Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And before I proceed, I also publish on Rumble and I'm all these social media support and all that good stuff. Got a few topics here. Supposedly AMD Ryzen the 7040 Phoenix kind of series is going to launch later this month, probably next month. I don't know when we are going to start to see some laptops with these CPUs. Basically, this is the top tier with the Zen 4 CPU and the iGPU. Of course, this is like the guideline for the CPU naming scheme, because it's a little bit confusing for laptops this year. I don't recall exactly which number dictates what. I think the third number dictates the generation, which in this case is Zen 4. And basically, from what I know from my head, top of my head, we got the 79, 78, and 7640 series. They are a little bit higher TDP, but they have better iGPUs. And the lower half here, we don't know exactly. There is no specific details on, at least from the GPU stuff, in terms of clocks. But we have here the GPU branding scheme here. This is the ones that you want to get for entry-level, entry mid-level kind of thing here, because they have a decent iGPU. I think it can manage like very basic 1080p gaming, like 30 FPS, something like that, low to medium graphic settings, I think. But yeah, it can handle the everyday tasks, no problem at all. Now we have this one a little bit, it's not baffling, but with no surprise. NVidia supposedly can counter AMD with lowering prices on the 40 series, but this means here they just playing with each other in terms of price wars, one waiting for another, and they don't give a crap about the consumer, as always. We'll see how it goes. It seems that they've been giving like rebates, $50 rebates on the AI-based manufacturers, so they can put their at least the 4070 at MSRP, and the other ones also I think start to getting around. I think I covered that yesterday. Basically, the 40 series, a lot of SKUs they have almost basically MSRP. In some rare cases, I think the ASRock's GPUs from RTX thing, I think some of them are a little bit like $20-$30 below MSRP, if not mistaken. I can recall, I think this is it. But the AMD ones are in better position, at least the 7900 XT. It's around almost $100 and some change below MSRP. I think also from ASRock's. I'm a little bit confused now, trying to recall the information correctly. And the XTX is also at MSRP with a lot of AA-based partners here. So basically, we'll see how it goes. Regarding AMD, sorry, going around up and down scrolling. Supposedly we might see something in terms of announcements in Computex, because usually it's when they launch or announce new GPUs. I think the 7800 and the 7700 should try to compete with, I think, 4070 and the 4060 Ti, give or take, right about that thing. But I think and they have 16 gigabytes of VRAM, from what I understood. We'll see how it goes. As always, I always advise for waiting for independent reviews. Don't go on the marketing crap that they usually launch. It's funny, this graphic here, if you see a 4060 non-TI, $300, it's an insult to consumers. This should be the 250, and the 3050 should not existing. The 4060 Ti also $400. It's a crime against gamers. Yeah, it's all over the place. These guys don't know. These guys just want to suck all the money from everybody. But yeah, regarding like studio stuff, it's been kind of some news here. Media Molecule co-founder Mark Healy, the one that did basically this Sackboy games, a Little Big Planet, I think. They recently announced they closed the service for Dreams, or they will transfer for like a cheaper server. They're basically shutting down. And now he went off from the studio doing some solo stuff. I didn't announce anything specific. I think he's going to take a break to see what he's going to do next in his life. But yeah, it's not good news. This is mainly PlayStation stuff. I'm aware of Media Molecule, of their games, the Little Big Planet, and I remember seeing something regarding Dreams. It's like make your own games, trying to make it like make your own game. Very ambitious, but I don't think at the time the technology was on par to try to put this vision in a proper foundation for what I think now. For example, Unreal Engine 5, I think it's better suited because I think from you, especially with the AI stuff, you can like mass produce a lot of worlds and play around better with making a game, and maybe translate that into a user-friendly thing. I don't know, but yeah, it's this kind of company. Sometimes they are a little bit ahead of their time with their vision, and the technology is not there yet. In other news, we already have one. Oh my god, some heart online that was leaked online from Armored Core 6, which is it is what it is. It's art. Oh my god, I've completely forgot what I'm going to say in this thing. But yeah, it's leaking some stuff from Armored Core. We might see something in Summer Game Fest. We already saw some ratings in South Korea. I covered this like 1 or 2 days ago. Yeah, but we already starting to see some leaks here and there with some information. I think this is come from the Xbox front store or something like that. Somebody managed to dig around some things here and managed to get this art here, which is awesome. Usually this kind of art, it's usually good. In other studios, Inxile and Tango's, they are now under a Microsoft umbrella. Tango's was from Bethesda, and Inxile was acquired like a few years ago, 2018 I think, with the Obsidian company, Obsidian Entertainment, the guys that made Fallout New Vegas at the time, and was that support of acquisition that they managed to kind of speed up a little bit and improve some bits on Wasteland 3 when they launched into 2020, which is a good game. I really I like this series, the Wasteland 2. I think I managed to almost, I know I finished the game, but in my gameplay series I think I didn't manage to finish up everything because of my situation. But yeah, it's a very good game. They seem to have been going around and prepping for new games, especially Inxile. I think they have 2 games in trying to like a next generation RPG with Unreal Engine 5, and there is like a side project. There is some rumors with steampunk first-person RPG and some things here with Arcanum of Steam, Magic Obscure, something like that, but doesn't match up because this Arcanum IP it's currently owned by Activision Blizzard, which is supposedly going to be acquired by Microsoft, but it doesn't match because they was saying that the Inxile was doing was trying to make a game with this IP, but it's impossible. But there is like mix arounds with some designer here was doing some LinkedIn stuff on a profile that was doing development for an upcoming video game. Supposedly project is under NDA, normal stuff, but people start to with some rumors, and usually doesn't add up didn't match up the dates here. As from Tango Gameworks, there is like an insider. Supposedly they are going for a Japanese role-playing game. They are not doing anything with their franchises like The Evil Within. The Evil Within 2 was very good. It was an evolution from the Evil Within one. Ghostwire Tokyo, I think he has like good reviews, and of course Hi-Fi Rush is like the latest game they launched. Trying to launch a sequel without touching first on this two didn't make a lot of sense, but I think they are going for another IP, a new IP or something like that, like a role-playing game. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep an eye on it and let you know any details when I know it. And lastly, here we got Bethesda Starfield quest designer jump ships, but for Inxile, I was talking about the Inxile. I don't know if it's something to do with this project that Inxile has, but this quest designer, this person Veronica Harbinson, wasn't there for a long time. She, I think, joined 2021. I don't know which kind of work she might have done here, maybe some polish on questing or something like that, but now she's at Inxile. It's in-house basically, so everything is under Microsoft umbrella. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. If there is something with this person, and I don't know how much influence that he had on Starfield. We'll see. I don't have my very high hopes on Starfield, mainly because I know it's going to be a little bit of a buggy mess. The game is still on their engine. I don't remember the name of the engine that they have. It's like the third or fourth version of the same engine that they've been using since at least Fallout 3 or earlier. But I know since Fallout 3, it's the same engine they've been using in all their games, which is showing up his age. It's I don't know if the engine itself leads to a lot of bugginess and like issues regarding their games, but we saw from Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, even Skyrim, and which was the last game, Fallout 4. They improved a little bit on the graphic side, but I don't know if internally I didn't like that much. I think they have been more polished, I think, the games when they came out. But yeah, I will stop rambling. We got some gaming deals to wrap up this episode. So we got Dying Light 70% off, and we have like the Dying Light, the 2 games with all the DLCs for $40, which is very good. The first game is very, very decent with a lot of content to go through, and the second one is been supported still. They still do launch a lot of stuff there on Dying Light 2, which is also a very good game. It's a very, very recommended, at least for me. I recommend a lot these 2 games for like a parkour zombie killing kind of open world stuff here. The story is not the best in the world, but it's pretty decent. I've got more here. Far Cry is now also on promotion here. Yeah, we got these 4 games from Far Cry. It's the ones that caught my eye. I feel like this kind of numbing out and doing like the outpost stuff and everything. We got these 4 games for $32, which is pretty okay. For Far Cry 4, it's kind of decent. Far Cry 5, I don't know. I never seen anything. Far Cry Primal is like a little bit okay-ish. And New Dawn, I think it's based from the Far Cry 5 stuff. It's like a Blood Dragon from the Far Cry 3 stuff. And Primal, it's basically trying to get from the Far Cry 4 while we're doing Far Cry 5. A lot of Far Cry today. But yeah, it's a promotion for like this kind of games. It's well worth it. Now this is a good one, a good opportunity. Mutineer Zero Road to Eden. 60% off. You can buy the deluxe editions for $22, give or take. The next game from this studio is going to be the Miasma Chronicles. I'm pretty excited for that one. It's a little bit in the same vein of this one with a different story. We will see if they can expand and improve in a lot of, in some senses regarding like combat and story progression, and a little bit also, I don't know, maybe some variations here and there. It's a very Wasteland 2 kind of game with some twists on the combat side, which is very interesting. It's a recommendation. And also Marvel's Midnight Suns is also on a deal, 50% off. This kind of DLC, I'm not sure. I think they already, last one they launched was Morpheus, I think. But it's pretty good. The story is very entertaining, and the combat is the hook here. The same makers from XCOM 2. The combat here is very, very good. Can be a little bit monotonous in the long term because it's kind of the same enemies to a certain point, but the heroes mechanics and the synergies here, they are very, very interesting and very addicting. I managed to follow through Christopher saw the gameplay of this game, and he's doing like coverage of the DLC also when it comes out. It's well worth trying this game if you like this kind of tactical RPG, and with this time with some deck building mixed into the play. And lastly, we got Dawnkeeper in the game. Very positive reviews. It's like roguelike stuff with mining. It's very interesting. I saw some gaming of this game. They have like usually like some challenges here and there to keep you keep going on the game, which is in the mechanics how they goes. For example, they have this little companion that digs for you, does the mining for you, and it's very interesting. This game. You got several modes here. It's the usual stuff from all lights, and it's very interesting. And I like the pixel art here. I follow also the Christopher Rod's gameplay here. And I'm going to wrap up here, guys. It's been a lot of stuff here for today with my Go Get Fund Me. You know the drill. And I will see you in the next one. Hope you have a wonderful day. Till then, Kunamy Master out.